Okay, now we just shift select this, move it down into, now the houses are children's of this parent empty. I'll go to the publishing folder I just created stuff, publishing, and just make sure this is just the active one. Just save to image. So this information will still be there. So new terrain with houses. Okay. I hit load mesh again. Okay. You will have just a new terrain loaded here, the same structure. Now you can do AX delete and nothing is gone, it's still there. Hit it again, load mesh, Shift A at the sun again, rotate, maybe shade smooth, and now you start the stuff you had before. Okay, let's go up there. Another thing, if the file size of the image reaches a threshold above 5 megabyte, it creates for viewing the images inside Blender, it automatically creates a preview image which is way smaller than the size of the mesh holding image itself. Okay, let's put this again, try to put this online. Let's go again there, hit upload, drag and drop it over, put it in the right album. Now it's uploaded, view my profile, and here now I have the new terrain with the houses. It's not that good to see. There are also the information, and the link is also added and the creation date. What I can do now, I can go back to my temporary folder. This is this one, drag and drop it over. And now I have my house back there. If this is turned on, again, AX delete, move it over, and you just loaded the mesh from an image. Also get here the information, open the link, you can always go back where you start your mesh. Okay, let's go through the process of adding a new mesh which never was stored here inside. Okay, AX delete. Let's go to Open Game Art. Let's do this merchant tent. This is already a blend file. So open this, copy, open, don't save, Control E, open, open, open. Now we have this file. Let's take a look how it's structured. So this is in a collection with all the single parts in it. Let's check the scaling. What I like to have, I always want to have it scale 1 to do that, all A. And then you just change the scale and the scale moves to 1. But I don't want to do this for each single part, and I don't know if there is any built-in functionality. So what I did, I just created multi-scale. This applies scale to all meshes. If you go maybe this one has this scale, this one has this scale. Okay, let's good to go. And now it worked. Now we should have just the scale applied to each object. Double check. So, okay, so if I want this in my Meshinator, the next thing I need to do is to check the color. The Meshinator only works with Principled BSDF shaded colors. For that you can do two things. First of all, I usually go to Layout, Okay, here I'm in the layout mode, because I can change here to the shading mode. Okay, let's go there. The Meshinator only works with Principled BSDF shaded material. Use nodes turned on. But if I do this on the material, if I change this to use nodes, suddenly the color is gone. This is because the base color, this is colored kind of the base color of the material itself, the material base color. If you're changing this to use the shading nodes, it usually automatically changes to Principled BSDF, but it's not taking over the base color to the base color of the Principled BSDF. For that reason, I just added another functionality. It's a separate color functionality, which is this button. If you activate this, you can highlight it here. Now, this is just displaying. If I click separate color, it should change to a Principled BSDF node, and it also should take over this information. Let's just change it to see if it's doing something. Let's go to separate color, and it's 0.33. This was specular metallic, which was taken over from the base color of the material, which is a pretty handy way for just switching over to the Principled BSDF shader. Because on the other hand, you need to do something like this, and then choose the color, or do something like this, switching back over here, taking this one, and now you change the color, but you still did not take over the metallicness and roughness. So if I change this, this won't be inside the Principled BSDF shader. That's why this separate color. Now it should be here. Metallic 0.782. Metallic 0.782. Should be possible to do it again. Yeah, and now you have the material taken over. This you can do for each individual part. Let's hit Q, highlight, say the shield. It's also this material, separate color, and it should be all taken over to the Principled BSDF shader. To save some time, not going over each individual part, I just did separate color multi, which is going through every mesh and doing just the same thing. Separate color, and now it should be all Principled BSDF shader. Maybe there's some edge case materials with coming from some older Blender versions, but usually it works pretty fine, pretty well. Okay, now I colored it. Why I'm doing that? Because it only works with the Principled BSDF. It's kind of a standard way how the Meshinator works. Okay, and then we can go again, going to the scene collection, Shift A, empty, single arrow, call it merchant tent. Okay, let's go to the publishing folder. Okay, let's go up here, scroll down, shift click it with the left mouse button, move it down, hold shift and release the left mouse button. Now everything should be inside. Okay, what I do now, just what I see here, it's not kind of in the middle. Maybe it's okay if let's do something like this and move it a little bit. I just shift selected everything and just G to move it, maybe something like this, GZ. And it's not taking over any camera or lighting, it only takes meshes because it's a Meshinator. You activate this, save the image, It should be here. With, in this case, nerd123, no creator link. What you can do, because it's a CC0, you don't need to do any creator link. But in my case, if I wanna just steal this one, Control C and Control V for me, mocapper. This information you usually have to add only one time in there. If you close Blender, it stores this information. Okay, now again, select the empty, this one, save to image. I can open the folder. This was the first one. This is the second one. This is the first one. This was the first one, and here was written nerd123 and no creator link. And here I just in the second one I just added this information. Okay, close this. Now you already have this. I can open the creator link, and now I can do AX delete, load. Oh, it's back. And here you see it's kind of different because shade smooth is still turned on. I can turn this off, AX delete, load, and now it should be just the same we had before. Yeah, this is basically how it works. And to show you that this will stay there, just close it, just reopen. By the way, this is Blender 3.5, AX delete. Mesh. Let's go back to my publishing folder, and here it is. Shadow 2, load. You see, this is still saved here. This information was holded here. Okay, it's gray because I'm not in the two-part shading mode. And here we go, now you have it. And this is the way you can store all your images. Now let me show something a little bit more. Okay, let's do C0. On top is okay. Let's just load mesh, Q, load mesh, Q, load mesh, Q, load mesh, mesh, Q, load mesh. Okay, let's save it. Here we have the merchant tent. Let's create Shift A, empty. But first of all, cursor to world origin. So if I do Shift A, the empty appears just on the origin, on the 0 position. Okay, now I have the empty. I hit F2, rename it merchant tents, because it's more than one. Select, move it up, left mouse button, move it up, shift, hold the shift key, release the left mouse button. Now we have everything inside. Yeah, still in the publishing folder, and just in this publishing folder. Let's save this to image. Now it says merchant tents 01. Let's see where it is. Merchants tents 01. Okay, and AX delete. Just go to the merchant tents, load, and you have it again, the same merchant tents like you had before. Okay? Yeah, and this is how it basically works.